I was talking to my brother, my dear bro, and he was like, you know, the youngest person to go around the world on a motorcycle is 23, and at the time I was 20. And that was sort of the start. The reason I actually left was not the reason I kept going. The reason I kept going, to be perfectly honest, it grew up along the way. As I grew, my reasons changed. You know, at first it was just because I hadn't really felt like I'd seen much of the world living here, which, don't get me wrong, it's great. But I felt like I was missing a lot, and the chance to be able to see the world firsthand was pretty incredible. And to be perfectly honest, the world is a lot different than most people think it is, especially most people in America. There's, you know, you hear this all the time on the news or from wherever, but the news, it's like if someone came into your house and took a picture of you sitting at the front table, and then they were like, this is all of you. This is all you are. And there's a whole house. There's your whole life behind that. That's one moment in your life. And that's what I've found for most of the world, is the things that we see are one moment in people's lives. And so to be able to go there and see more than, you know, 60 seconds was pretty incredible. I think the thing that got me to this point was encouragement from said family, but I think the main difference between the things, I mean, there's of course many differences, but between like the things that like the average man and woman do, is there are a lot of things that people are like men are expected to do, that it's not even really faux pas anymore for women to do them. It's just not expected. And, you know, don't be afraid to just decide you want to do it yourself. So, my oldest brother Michael, way back when, many years ago, had an Aerostich one piece, and he was the first person in our family to have motorcycles, so I grew up watching him running around with Aerostich gear on, and he had, like, you know, the little mitten hands and Mr. Happy, which I always thought was hilarious. So that was like the first introduction, and then as my other family members started riding, pretty much everybody else got, you know, their local company does, so you know, it just worked, and they're really good, so also work. So with the R3, it was, you know, it's full body, which is great for commuting, but for the stuff that I was doing, it didn't work, it didn't match. In, you know, extreme heats, like the high hundreds, if you're going at low speeds, it's not ideal. So having something that I could just have on the tab of me for when it got colder, if it got windy, if it started raining, was ideal. Because I have a very minimalistic style, so having something minimalistic to go with that was ideal.